Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming out today. Wanted to start off with some gratitude to our High-Intensity Drug Trafficking Area Initiative of Arizona, which is also known as HIDA. None of this would be possible without their initiative. They actually provide grant funding and organized structure, where we have the Maricopa County Drug Suppression Task Force, also known as McDust, that works underneath that. Maricopa County is the host agency for that task force, but it is in partnership with 8 other agencies comprised of Buckeye, Casa Grande, Mesa, Surprise, Tempe, PDs, the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office, the Attorney General's Office, and the Arizona Drug Enforcement Administration. Today, I wanted to bring awareness to a large-scale drug investigation involving fentanyl. As we know, fentanyl continues to plague our communities, plague our state, and plague our nation, not only in the distribution of it, but also in those that come in contact with it. Please keep in mind that this is still an open and active investigation, so I may not be able to answer all of your questions to follow up on. But this is the result of a 9-month investigative operation. What you see in front of here is a portion of that. It uncovered mid to high-level distribution groups within Maricopa County. And we believe at this point that these illicit drugs came from Mexico. Currently, there's 31 suspects that have been identified and indicted through the Arizona Attorney General's office on multiple felony charges related to this case. Search warrants to this point have yielded the seizure of over 1.1 million fentanyl pills, 455 pounds of methamphetamine, as well as other large quantities of illicit drugs and narcotics. Total estimated street value of over $5 million. In cases like this, we typically see and say, with drugs come weapons and come cash, and this one being no different. Over 41 firearms being recovered and approximately $250,000 worth of cash seized. I want to bring attention to one of the identified operations as part of this investigation, which involved a working DMT lab, which is a hallucinogenic drug lab, and a meth wash lab, where raw methamphetamine was being refined to a final product to be sold on the street. As you can imagine, this not only presents a dangerous environment to the community, but also for our public safety staff responding and responsible for dismantling the operation. Behind me is a new piece of equipment that MCSO recently purchased, which allows safe response and dismantlement of clandestine drug labs. It's McDust's newest lab truck, which allows the team to do their job safely and effectively. The truck enables them to process drug lab investigations on scene or for requesting agencies that may encounter these type of labs. It's a state-of-the-art piece of equipment that is an investment in the safety of our community and that is negatively impacted by these labs and production operations, which unfortunately we're beginning to see more and more of. This team is the only local, county, or state clandestine laboratory team in Arizona. We respond anywhere in the state to assist with the investigations, dismantle, and remediation of these labs. We have responded regionally and investigated over 20 labs in 2023 alone. In 2024, we've investigated 2 DMT labs, a methamphetamine wash lab, a mushroom DMT lab, and just responded to the Tucson-Benson area for a marijuana grow. It should be noted that the McDust Task Force has responded to the most fentanyl manufacturing labs in Maricopa County thus far in Arizona history. I want to thank the continued partnership that we have with the local agencies, the state agencies, and the federal agencies. As you can see standing behind me and representative of that, that is what this is. Law enforcement stepping up to help our communities maintain a safe and effective environment. So in wrapping up, with the representation and partnership displayed today, local law enforcement continues to work together along with their state and federal partners to mitigate the negative impact that fentanyl has on our community. This is a problem that law enforcement and our community members need to continue to work together to address. We have zero tolerance for those that attempt to manufacture or distribute this poison in our community. I want to thank all the hardworking enforcement and public safety personnel for their dedication in keeping our community safe. for it is them that are day in and day out respond to these dangerous situations and help to eradicate this nasty drug. So with that, I thank you and welcome you to look around and take photos of the seizure. And again, this is an ongoing investigation, so there's not much additional that I'm able to provide at this time. Mr. Jenkins. I don't know that it's necessarily new, relatively new trend, but you know, I've got some experts here that can probably answer that. I'm looking at Detective Shea. Yes, if you please, go right ahead.
Yes, so dimethyltryptamine laboratories, which is a clandestine lab to make a hallucinogenic drug, that's been around for a while. We're definitely seeing an uptick here in the state of Arizona, Maricopa County specifically, and we've probably investigated 2-3 dozen of those in the last couple of years. So a big uptick.
These are all still under investigation. They're still working those ties, potential ties. At this point, we would not be able to release that.
Do you know how these drugs were responded to the border, to the desert, the border points, checkpoints?
I can't say that they maybe even made it through a border. They may have come, well, they came over the border, but not maybe through natural means or proper means per se. Obviously, we've got a lot of illicit drugs coming all over from the border, whether they be through ports of entry or whether they be brought in otherwise.
You mentioned that drugs like fentanyl are plaguing our community. Can you talk a little bit about what you and your deputies see on a daily basis on how fentanyl is affecting people here?
Yeah, not only what our deputies are seeing, but understand we too run the jail system. We see quite a bit of individuals. To give you an exact number, it fluctuates from day to day. We can get you some monthly or yearly stats relative to that. But what we're seeing is fentanyl on the streets. We're getting called to overdose cases as well as all these other agencies throughout Maricopa County, whether it be somebody that's overdosed, and we obviously respond with Narcan and hopefully revive them along with medical personnel, get them the help that they need. But secondly, what's coming into our jail system. We have people trying to smuggle fentanyl pills in our jail system through body cavities. And obviously, we've taken measures to hopefully mitigate that as well. I believe there were multiple locations, multiple search warrants. And again, still ongoing, so there may be more yet to be revealed.
This task force, are they constantly completing operations, or do you do major operations and plan them?
This task force continues to work all hours of the day for the most part. McDust is one of the ones that's formed under the HIDTA task force, so they work multiple cases at multiple different times. This happened to be one of the larger ones that they've come across. Like I said, they've been working this since September of 2023. They continue this investigation, but there are multiple other ones, and they're also a regional team that gets deployed out. So as you see these agencies represented and others in the state with this lab truck, we will respond, or our staff will respond to dismantle that and help investigate those that may not have that opportunity or the equipment to do so safely.
These areas where you're collecting or seizing these drugs from, is it just normal houses in the middle of communities across Maricopa County?
At times, yes. I mean, we're seeing everything from trailers to apartments to actual houses, residential structures, to even commercial businesses, you know, warehouse type districts. We're seeing it all over the place. We've even gotten it out of vehicles before. So unfortunately, too much that's impacting our community right now and across the nation. It's not just us.
In this particular case, you say it's under investigation. Is that, but does the Sinaloa cartel still the cartel that runs the Sonora, Arizona, Oruro?
Well, again, there's multiple cartels down there, so not sure that we can identify which one at this point in time, but potentially they're involved in these type of activities as well. Any other questions? All right, again, thank you for coming. Feel free, I think our media folks will help you if you want to get some close-ups of the lab, obviously with the illicit proceeds that have been placed in front of you, just photographs only. Please don't touch, handle, and we'll take care of any other questions or if you have any follow-up questions. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate it.